Thank you, whoever you are in the bushes. Just give me a moment. I'm just trying to get myself together. I want to talk about this Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey situation with them bringing down our black men. So just give a couple of more people a chance to come on in the room. I know Fire's on. I tried to schedule it after she went off, and it wouldn't give me that option. Hey, absolute baby, how you doing? Um, but as soon as Fire get off, we gonna do this damn thing. And I'm waiting for to show up. If they do, you know, they and I know it's kind of late. And I saw one of my other mods in Fire Babe's chat. So hey Andrea Boo, I ain't trying to pull you from Fire Girl. But we need to talk about this Gayle King and this Oprah Winfrey situation about them coming for our black men in this sector. Now I do appreciate everybody that's popping up in the chat. Um, I'm doing two things at once. I'm trying to give my commentary and also watching Fire Babe because y'all know I love Babe Nation down and dirty. I'm also part of the Rider Lives. And when you over here, baby, y'all part of the royalty squad. I don't tell you where to go, see what to do, but we need to have a conversation about this. And see, I've been trying to stay on the right road. I'm not trying to beef. I'm not trying to go back and forth with people on YouTube. I just want to get my content and going on about my business. Cause it is some F shit going on these YouTube streets. And I most definitely don't want to be involved. And as I stated last night, y'all know I've been going through a couple of things, but if I continue to keep coming on making videos, that means my progress is getting better and stronger for me. And I appreciate everybody that's over here right now. I do know that fire is still on. Um, but I just couldn't gasp the interview that Gayle King had with Lisa Leslie. Now, everybody knows that Kobe Bryant is a legend. Everybody knows that Kobe Bryant was accused and his case was dropped. And if you're having an interview with Lisa Leslie, knowing that this man is her friend, she's showing you where she has his jersey hung up in her home. And for you to sit down and question this lady about her friend that died tragically in a helicopter crash and try to defame his legend, his legacy, and his name by bringing up him in the case that was dropped on him, that showed me exactly what type of woman Gayle King is. I think she needs a PR team. I think CBS shamed of the questioning that she asked Lisa Leslie, and then you were invited in this woman's home. I'm gonna go ahead and pay a piece of that clip. And for y'all in the chat, we're gonna talk about it. Let me see what y'all think about how that made her look as a reporter and the antics that her and Oprah Winfrey are doing to our Black legends. Expecting for a lot of people to come over because I ain't talking no BS. I ain't going off on nobody or nothing like that. I do appreciate the ones that I do have in the chat. I do appreciate y'all for being here.
WNBA star Lisa Leslie has had Kobe Bryant's jersey on display in her home. But since his death, it's taken on a special meaning.
He will be missed, but he will not be forgotten, that's for sure.
They met when Bryant was only 18 years old, before his rookie season with the Los Angeles Lakers and Leslie's debut with the Sparks. The two quickly became rising stars in LA basketball and grew close. What do you remember about when you first met him?
I would go to the house and he'd be like, Lise. I'm like, what? Lise, come here. Watch this. So he's watching Jordan videos.
Michael Jordan videos?
Michael Jordan. He's clicking it, pause, and look, Lise, watch.
So he studied Michael Jordan.
Beyond studied. I mean, he would obsess over watching.
Now, see how she's acting like she's so interested in what Kobe was doing when he was 18 years old. This is what really confused me by her being a journalist and by her doing interviews.
Everything was about Michael Jordan, and that's the player that meant everything to him, and he wanted to be great. Not good, but great, like Michael Jordan.
When people say arrogant and aloof, that's not what you remember about him. I know it's so interesting.
There is arrogance.
There is arrogance.
Absolutely. But
see how she tried to throw a little blow? She tried to call the man arrogant.
In everyday life, the arrogance is in the world.
On the basketball court, you're saying?
On the basketball court, no. You're not my friend, and I'm not your friend. And it's either kill or be killed. I'm going to attack you. I'm going for the jugular at all times.
What does Kobe's death, what does his loss mean to women's basketball?
He was really making change.
Was he?
Yes, he's changing the mindsets of other men more than anybody else. He's validating us, if you will, these young ladies who are out there playing, the fact that he's enjoying and being entertained by great basketball. It made other men feel, I'm hoping, like, what is this about? Like, it's good.
I've heard that sometimes he would spend more time at WNBA games now than he would at the Lakers games.
Of course he would. He had a daughter that was interested in basketball.
Because Gigi wanted to see certain players, and she was into it. And he talked about just, I remember.
Thank y'all for being here with me.
She got it. He was just like, she got it.
It's tough, Lisa, looking at the pictures of him and Gigi together playing basketball, sitting on the sidelines. It really does take your heart and rip it out when I see those pictures.
Yes. We know what Kobe's accomplished, but Gigi didn't have the full opportunity to do that, because you just know that she had the mentality. Mama,
of course, Andrea, he came straight out of high school. If he wouldn't have been arrogant, he wouldn't have been the person that he was today.
Charge, which was dismissed in 2000.
And then why would you conduct this interview before this man is even memorialized and say what you're going to say to his friend?
There's a few times that we've been at a club at the same time. Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, let's go get that girl or tell her.
Hello.
I have other NBA friends that are like that.
L2.
He was never like that. I just never
I've
ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't believe that. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. Mm-hmm. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair question to talk about it, considering he's no longer with us and that it was resolved? Or is it really part of his history?
I think that the media should be more respectful. At this time, it's like if you had questions about it, you've had many years to ask him that. I don't think it's something.
Okay. So, I think, hey, Captivating Christian baby, I think Lisa gave her best response to that question due to her even asking it. Why would the media still be bringing this up? This happened in 2003-ish, I'm thinking, but just be a little bit more clear on it. Yeah, it happened in 2003. So if something happened in 2003, this man tragically died in 2020. Why would you bring that up while you're doing an interview with one of his close friends? Because Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey does not want to see our Black men flourish in the entertainment business. You see what Oprah did to Michael Jackson. Everybody knew that those Michael Jackson did touch or they were on. Y'all, they men in the entertainment business. That's what I want to know is Trump like was very on and are be me Okay, one in the chat. Well, I'm gonna continue. Um, and I'm glad I do have the people that's here. Um, it's kind of sad that she would do that before this man was even memorialized. Now, how do you think his wife feels hearing this interview and she hasn't even finalizing? Okay, I'm sorry for breaking up. Is it better now? Is it better now? Okay, thank you. captivating. I think it was dumb of her to do that interview before that woman had her husband's funeral. And I think it was classless. I think CBS should have edited that portion out of the interview. Um, it kind of hurts because we were all taken back when Kobe passed away. And for her to come and bring that portion of his life back up and look at it blindly, because we all saw when the allegations first came out in 2003 what it was all about: money. That young lady did not want to testify because she knew if she would have testified, she would have been perjuring because she knew she was lying. Because if somebody raped me or anything in that sort, and I go to the police and tell them I've been raped, knowing that I'm going to have to take the stand, I'm going to testify if it's true. I'm not trying to re-victimize her if she really was a victim, but what was the reason why she didn't want to testify? What was the reason why the judge dropped the charges? What was the reason why she got settled out of court? It was all about money. And we all knew it was about money. Then this man came out in public and apologized to his family and to the rest of his fans. Now you doing an intelligent interview, supposedly, with Lisa Leslie, and you made it your business to bring this portion of his life up before he can even be buried or whatever his wife is going to do with it. He still got other kids. Maybe the kids didn't know about his past life, but they know now because of a woman like you, Gayle King, who conducted an interview with his friend and made those allegations again in front of a national audience. And see, that's why most people don't like to interview y'all, because of the type of questions that they're going to be asked. And it seems like right now, the way Black Twitter talking, the way they talking on Facebook, Instagram, and everything like that, is as if they're coming for these men because they really can. Okay, I could believe that too, captivating Christian. But my question is too, okay, remember when Oprah played that part in the cup? Was it The Color Purple? Oprah played a part. I don't exactly know exactly what movie it is. I think it was Women's of Brewster Place. And she was raped in that movie. So if you can take a role as an actress, talk show host, or whatever you want to be, known as, why would you feel sexual assault or any situation similar would relate to you? You're easily able to take apart playing a rape victim. So the way I'm looking at it, and I don't want to be biased or anything like that, the way I'm looking at it, they have an agenda. And right now, their agenda in Hollywood are the Black entertainers. Because look how she wants to proceed. Well, she's saying she's not going to do it now because Russell Simmons reached out to her and asked her not to do that. But they want us to think that Russell threatened her not to do the documentary that she was going to do on him. And you know, ever since they came out with this thing in Hollywood where all the actors, the actresses, and people coming out saying that they have been assaulted in some type of way, the Me Too movement, it seems like people taking the Me Too for granted in my eyes. Um, some people just saying because a person made a pass that they feel some type of way. Okay, that's understandable. But y'all been doing this for years in Hollywood. And I just couldn't believe the way they let that one lady go free. And this is on, I'm talking about the Bill Cosby case now. The actress lady, the super ugly one, that I could not believe when she first came out and said that Bill Cosby drugged her and raped her. And then she came back and retracted her statement. But remember, y'all, she said all that stuff under oath. And they didn't take her to jail for perjury. And she clearly lied to sell books. That was sad. And then it was sad, Andrea. Very. And I believe if Kobe knew that morning that that would be his last day on earth, him and his daughter, he would have chose a different way to get her to basketball practice. But for what I've been reading and I've been watching, um, that was how they got there. Cap, you said her child died before he or she was born. Who child? Oprah's? Yeah, it's been sad. 2019, they killed Nipsey. A man that was trying to do something for his Black community. The man that was able to work with another gang member that's not from where he is. So it's just sad how us as Black women, hey baby, hey, can bring our own now, basically. Because I think Gayle could have came to rebuild his life. Hi, Cynthia. It took that man a lot to rebuild his life after those allegations. And for him to pass away and not even be memorialized yet, and do this video with a friend of his and ask that question again. Hey, Socarnos, babe. I can't believe Gayle, y'all. And for y'all that just came in, I did play a portion of that with Gayle Young and Lisa Leslie. I'll be glad to replay it again for you guys that just came in the door. Give me your opinions on what you think.
Ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate
Assault charge, which was dismissed.
opportunity to do that? Because you just know that
Hold on, let me get it right for y'all.
Really does take your heart and rip it out when I see those pictures.
We know what Kobe's accomplished, but Gigi she didn't have the full opportunity to do that, because you just know that she had the mentality.
Hey, Candy baby.
She was gonna make it. She was gonna be in the WNBA.
It's been said that his legacy is complicated because of sexual assault charge, which was dismissed in 2003, 2004. Is it complicated for you as a woman, as a WNBA player?
It's not complicated for me at all. There's a few times that we've been at a club at the same time. Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, let's go get that girl or tell her or send her this. I have other NBA friends that are like that. Mm-hmm. Kobe's, he was never like that. I just have ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. as his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't believe that. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair question to talk about it, considering he's no longer with us and that it was resolved? Or is it really part of his history?
I think that the media...
Okay, I'm going to cut it right there. What was the purpose of her asking Lisa Leslie that question? And then telling her that she wouldn't see it that way because she's his friend. I'm a friend of a lot of males. And if I see them doing something that I don't agree with, I'm going to tell their ass. It is part of the history, but at least wait till the man get memorialized before you go out and talk about him in this way. Why would you bring up something from 2003 when we in 2020 and the case was dropped and he came out and made a public apology? I'm not understanding that. That's just her and her best friend Oprah Winfrey's way to tear the black man down. And that's just my opinion on it. She could have found a lot of things to talk to Lisa Leslie about. She could have been more interested in the WNBA. Why did you have to necessarily come on and try to put Kobe in a category like that? That's all. Let the man rest in peace. Do I think his legend status is tampered? No, I do not. Yes, it is public knowledge. And you're right, Camille. It is public knowledge, JLC. But she didn't have to go and dig it. No one's been talking about that. Everybody is still gasping that he died in a helicopter accident. That portion could have been left out, period. CBS ought to be ashamed, and so should Gayle. I don't know what's wrong, y'all. It's been... That's why I try to make it as quick as possible. I try not to hold y'all too long. But if you can hear me, thank you for sticking in. Did it get better? So I just don't understand. It kind of pissed me off because I felt like she could have found something else to talk about, period. Point blank. Let the man get memorialized first before you even put this out there. And as I said it a little earlier, this happened in 2003. Maybe his wife have not discussed it with the rest of his daughters yet. Or they may have come to an agreement that it would never be spoke of again. And you're so right, Andrea. We all do have flaws. She was way out of order, honey. I felt like she was way out of order. And at that point, if I was Lisa Leslie, I would have stopped the damn interview because you can't tell me how to feel about my friend, period, point blank. I don't care what the media got out there. I don't care what magazine is in. I don't care what article is still in. It happened in 2003. The case was dropped. He paid her behind the scenes. It didn't play out in public. He wrote that check. Leave it alone. It's dead. Why bring it up now? Were y'all talking about it when he retired? No. Were y'all talking about it when he was taking his daughters to these basketball games and spending time with his daughters? No. So why bring it up now that he's gone? That's retarded to me. And I don't understand why she keep getting these big interviews and she's not a good interviewer, period. And if I was CBS, I would have held that interview to after the man was memorialized. Of course, Miss Cynthia, why bring up his past when it's not relevant? She know what she was doing, y'all. She did that to basically harm his legacy to me. And that's why I wanted to come on tonight and give my commentary on it and talk about it because it's been on my mind for a couple of days since I heard about it and since I watched it. And JLC, you said about ratings, but it could have waited. They still was gonna get the ratings, regardless. They could have waited till after that man was put down or put in the ground or whatever his wife is gonna choose to do with him or his family. And then they didn't think about the other children. It was just straight trash to me. But I'm glad to know that ESPN is going to do a 97-page layout in their magazine about Kobe. I don't know what Gayle think, but that interview with R. Kelly was trash, and this interview was trash. Were you at work, girl? So I just wanted to shed some light on it because it needed to be. I do too. In her whole life, she's only been here for 13 years. She didn't even get a chance to experience a regular life as a teenager. And it was all stopped because of bad weather. And I also feel sorry for all the other people that was also on the helicopter with Kobe and their families. Hello, Queen Royalty Rules. And I just wanted to show y'all that I can come with some real commentary too. That it ain't all about beefing in this sector. Don't be fooled. I do watch the mess because it's in this sector. And I like who I like. And I'm gonna continue to support who I like. Hey, Triple Red, baby. And I just felt like Gayle was out of order. CBS was out of order. They could have been talking about the coronavirus instead of talking about what Kobe did in 2013. How do we all feel about this virus that's killing people that was man-made, but they want us to think the Chinese got it from black bat soup. Hey, Diva Debate. Or rat. I think that Cheeto Man got something to do with this coronavirus. Him and the president of China. Okay? That's just my opinion. Oh, when I get done, Triple Red, I will be over there to check out your video, boo. Keep it real, Camille. Even though they've been throwing your name in the mix lately. Keep it real. Camille say shit. She like it because she like it. Yeah. Gayle King has got a thumbs down from Lady P on her interview with Lisa Leslie. Okay. Um, yeah, Andrea, that is a good question. Are they gonna have it public or is it gonna be private? The memorial. That's hard, y'all. If y'all have never been to a double funeral, that is one of the hardest things ever. I've been to a double funeral. It was a mother and a daughter. The daughter was murdered, and the mother died because she couldn't handle it. Yeah, that's what I heard, Miss Cynthia. The doctor who told about the virus passed away today. Do y'all think if they injected him with the coronavirus, or do you think he caught it because he was experimenting on it? Or they're gonna have one on the 24th that's gonna be public? Is it gonna be televised? They televised everybody else. What you say, absolute? You think that you imagine? I would think so too, JLC. But it's crazy, y'all. Yeah, he did some things in his past that he may not be proud of, but why bring it back up? A lot of us has done some things in our past. Oh yeah, Triple Red. It was crazy. People was passing out, falling out. One of the other daughters almost jumped in the casket with her mama. It was a lot. Oh, you think he called it Queen? I think they killed that man because he told about it. But from what I've been hearing on the news here in Georgia, is that Emory Hospital is actually trying to work on a cure to cure the coronavirus. And see, if y'all ain't been to the BBK chat, BBK is very knowledgeable. BBK be talking about some real stuff over there. And the BBK had mentioned that these scientists are creating these diseases. But you can create a disease, but you don't create a cure. That's the crazy part. And just like that guy that worked at the CDC went missing, and they basically swept it up under the rug when they found him dead, he knew something about those military men that they were injecting. So they did something to that man too. Because I still don't understand how you can leave work, go home, and leave all your private possessions in your house and lock your door up and go missing, and then you're murdered. I'm not understanding. But hey, who am I? I'm just a little person on YouTube with opinions. Those two. And when he was and talk about it. And from what I on the news, 12 people corona's rat in the United States. How many y'all? Okay. I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit, y'all, due to the weather. Hey, Diva D. D, how you doing? Yeah, Absol. For real. And then, y'all know what's funny? Do y'all know how long crack's been out? When the crack epidemic came out, do y'all ever recall them having commercials about having free clinics to help people get off crack? I don't remember it. You right, Triple Red. I don't recall it, but I know I've been having sleep issues, and I think it's because I'm kind of stressed out a little bit. And then I think it may be my energy level. Hey, Fedora. My energy level from my dialysis. But I was up this morning about, I'll say about 3:30. And I was over there in the BBK chat. And a commercial came on for a center here in Georgia where they're helping people with or without insurance that is addicted to opioids. And I'm like, wow, really? Because it's their kind that's addicted to the opioids. They got free clinics so you can get off opioids. What about the free clinics for the sickle cell patients? What about the free clinics for the dialysis patients? Y'all got all these free clinics for opioid people, but y'all ain't got no free clinics for the people who actually suffering with medical diseases that they can't get rid of. Now, everybody knows that sickle cell is a blood disease. It's where the red blood cells eat where the white blood cells eat the red blood cells. They ain't got no cure for that, but they trying to find a cure for cancer. They ain't got no cure for diabetes, but they finding cures for everything else. They don't got no cure for dialysis. That's what I just said, JLC, because it's they people. But what about a person like me? I can't even go to the Kidney Foundation, y'all, and get no funds because they're not available. Come on now. Do anybody in the chat hear me? I can't go to the social worker at my dialysis clinic to get assistance if I need it because they don't do that. But you got a whole clinic for opioids. I'm just bringing my feelings tonight, y'all. Because I went to school for medical billing and coding, y'all. Let me tell y'all how easy it is for these people to get those opioids. I did an internship at a pain injury clinic. This was when I was back in Florida. Well, Queen Royalty, let me before I get into my internship. African Americans and Puerto Ricans carry the sickle cell trait. How I know this? My husband has sickle cell anemia. Okay? And he had a nurse. She was Puerto Rican. She also had sickle cell anemia. Now, what I was going to say, when I was doing the internship at the pain center, only thing they had to do was coming up with $200. Pay $200, see the doctor, see the chiropractor, get their prescription, and go right across the street and fill them. And this was around the time the feds was kicking in these clinics because these people was doctor shopping, as they called it. If they couldn't get them from one doctor, they was going to the next doctor to get them. So it was so easy for them to get them. Only thing you got to do is come in there and pay $200. You didn't need no insurance. You didn't have to have no accidents. You ain't have to do nothing. If y'all could have seen how fast I was getting up out of there when that internship was over, I was offered a job there and I turned it down. They can, Queen Royalty. Thanks to that, that we got in office. that just didn't get impeached. Because they didn't see nothing wrong with him holding financial assistance from the people over there in Ukraine, when we all know it was dead ass wrong. So that's why I tell y'all, please make sure you know who your senators are. Make sure you know who you voting for Congress, and make sure you know who you voting for president. Make sure your home or someone's home when the census people come in your neighborhood so you can get counted, so your voice can be heard in your. So he is still impeached. But what was the purpose of him supposed to be coming on tonight? Try to make Nancy Pelosi look bad. And when she stood up and ripped up that speech at the State of the Union, I said to myself, maybe we need to give Nancy a black card. Yes, they do, Queen Royalty. Yes, they do. They used to call us the pill mill, honey. People were coming, traveling all over. I had a man come one day. He came all the way from Hudson, girl, all the way to Tampa just to get him some pills. I thought they canceled it all when they acquitted him, because that's what I got from the news. But I have enjoyed y'all being over here with me. Now y'all can see that Lady P can really bring some commentary. So please feel free to join me even on my messy. Okay? And I'm going to try not to have many of those. Only time you will see some mess coming from Lady P is if I got to defend myself against someone on these YouTube streets. And Queen Royalty, you asked me the other day in BBK's chat when I'm going to play music again. It'll be soon. I just trying to figure out what songs I won't get a strong. Well, she got it. She can pay for it. But how much did they fine him for not shaking her hand, being the president of the United States of America? He should have been charged as well for not shaking her hand on national television. He showed us exactly what type of pig he was. Okay, baby. So thank you, Queen, for enlightening me on that. I really appreciate it. And I wish it could affect him running for president again. But I see that's not going to happen. So everybody in this chat, I've been on here for an hour. I will appreciate if y'all thumbs up this video on your way out if you didn't do it on your way in. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And please go vote, babies. Please, 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 please. We need the black turnout like we had for Barack. We need that this term. Just study and figure out who you want to vote for, because we cannot give this man another 4 years in our White House, okay? The White House that was built on the hands of our slaves. This is Black History Month. Okay? And I'm going to say this, as Maya Angelou would say. If they show you who they are, believe them. And he showed us exactly who he was when he did not shake Nancy Pelosi's hand on national television. That goes for these people on YouTube too. If they show you who they are, believe them. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful night. Lady P is going to continue to pray. Lady P is going to try to come up out of this slump that she's in. If you feel like donating, the Cash App is scrolling at the bottom of the page, and you have a great and lovely night. Good night. Thank y'all for coming.